Have you ever looked at your grocery bill and wondered why fresh fruit costs so much every single week? What if you could walk out to your balcony or patio and pick ripe, delicious fruit whenever you wanted, without spending a fortune and without needing a single inch of garden space? Today, we are going to talk about 10 fruit plants that grow beautifully in containers, produce more than you would expect, and will save you serious money year after year. Number 1 is the dwarf banana plant. Most people think bananas only grow on massive tropical farms, but dwarf varieties like the dwarf Cavendish thrive in large pots and produce real, full-size bananas. One plant can give you an entire bunch weighing between 20 and 40 pounds in a single harvest. Since you can move the container indoors during cold months, even people in cooler climates can grow bananas successfully. After the main plant fruits, it produces side shoots that you can separate and grow into new plants. So one purchase keeps giving you more plants over time. Number 2 is the Myers lemon tree. This is one of the most rewarding container plants you will ever grow. Unlike most citrus, Myers lemons are compact by nature, which makes them ideal for pots. The tree flowers and fruits at the same time, meaning you will almost always find ripe lemons, developing fruit, and fresh blossoms on the same tree simultaneously. A healthy established tree produces between 50 and 100 lemons annually. Since you control the soil, the water, and the light, these trees often do better in containers than they do planted directly in the ground. Number 3 is container strawberries. These are not trees, but they deserve a spot on this list because of how productive they are in small spaces. Everbearing varieties start producing fruit within a few months of planting and continue all the way from late spring through autumn. 6 to 8 plants in a single container will give you fresh berries almost every day during peak season. The flavor of a strawberry picked at full ripeness and eaten immediately is completely different from anything you find in a store. As your plants mature, they produce runners that become new plants, so your strawberry supply essentially renews itself for free each year. Number 4 is the columnar apple tree. These trees grow in a tight, upright column shape, reaching 8 to 10 feet tall, but only about 2 feet wide. That means you can fit multiple trees on a small balcony and still have room to move around. Each tree produces 15 to 25 full-sized apples per season. Varieties like North Pole and Golden Sentinel are bred specifically for this compact growth style. Apples store well in cool conditions, so the fruit you harvest in autumn can last you well into winter, stretching the value of every single tree. Number 5 is the dwarf cherry tree. Growing cherries at home solves a problem that frustrates every traditional cherry grower, which is birds eating the fruit before you can harvest it. When your cherry tree is sitting on your patio in a pot, covering it with bird netting takes about 5 minutes and protects your entire crop completely. Dwarf pie cherry varieties are productive, low maintenance, and forgiving for beginners. A mature tree produces 10 to 15 pounds of fruit per season, which at current store prices represents serious value. Beyond the fruit, cherry trees bloom with gorgeous pink and white flowers in early spring, making your outdoor space look beautiful even before the first cherry appears. Number 6 is the container peach tree. Dwarf peach varieties like Bonanza are bred to stay compact while producing full-sized fruit. These trees are self-pollinating, which means you only need one tree to get a full harvest. The key trick with container peaches is fruit thinning. When small fruits first appear, remove about half of them. This feels wasteful, but it forces the remaining peaches to grow larger, sweeter, and more flavorful. A single dwarf peach tree will give you 20 to 40 peaches per season. A peach ripened completely on the tree and eaten the same day tastes nothing like the hard, flavorless one shipped across the country to your grocery store. Number 7 is the blueberry bush. Blueberries are one of the easiest container fruits once you understand their one specific requirement, which is acidic soil. They need a soil pH between 4.5 and 5.5. Mix regular potting soil with peat moss or use a soil blend made for acid-loving plants, and your blueberries will thrive. Compact varieties like Top Hat stay under 3 feet tall, produce heavily, and turn brilliant red in autumn, making them as decorative as they are productive. One mature bush gives you 3 to 5 pounds of berries per season. Given how expensive organic blueberries are in stores, A single plant can pay for itself completely in the first growing season. Number 8 is the fig tree. Figs have a quality that makes them almost perfect for containers. They actually prefer having their roots slightly restricted, which is exactly what a pot provides. This means container-grown figs often fruit earlier and more heavily than figs planted in open ground. Varieties like Chicago Hardy are cold-tolerant and fruit on new growth each year. So even if cold weather damages the branches in winter, the tree recovers and still produces fruit in the same season. A healthy container fig can produce over 100 fruits in a single year. Fresh figs are expensive and hard to find in most grocery stores, which makes growing your own even more satisfying. Number 9 is the pomegranate. Dwarf pomegranate varieties are among the toughest and most forgiving fruit plants you can grow in a container. Their root systems are naturally compact, making them well suited to pot life. Once established, they are drought tolerant, meaning they handle mist waterings far better than most fruit plants. A mature container pomegranate produces 15 to 30 fruits per season with that deep, sweet, tangy flavor that store-bought ones rarely deliver. If you're someone who forgets to water regularly or is still building your gardening confidence, pomegranates are the most forgiving option on this entire list. Number 10 is the dwarf avocado tree. This one requires patience, but the long-term reward is unlike anything else on this list. Dwarf varieties are self-pollinating, so one tree is all you need. The first significant harvest usually comes 3 to 4 years after planting, but once it starts producing, you will get 20 to 30 avocados per year from a single container. Since avocados cost $5 to $8 each in stores, one productive tree saves you hundreds of dollars annually and continues doing so for 20 years or more. Growing them in containers also means you can bring them inside during cold weather, which allows people in cooler regions to grow avocados that technically should not survive their climate. Before we finish, here is one tip that will improve results across every single plant on this list. Add 2 to 3 inches of wood chips or straw on top of the soil in each container. This layer regulates soil temperature, reduces how often you need to water, and slowly breaks down to feed your plants natural nutrients over time. Tree service companies often give wood chips away for free because they need to get rid of them. It is one of the simplest things you can do, and the improvement in plant health and fruit production is immediate and obvious. You do not need a large yard, expensive tools, or years of gardening experience to grow your own fruit. You need containers, good soil, the right plants, and a little patience. Start with one plant this season, and by this time next year you will wonder why you waited so long to start.